My name's Stephen Vitiello. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Kinetic Imaging. Sometimes I tell people I'm a sound artist, sometimes I tell people I'm an electronic musician, sometimes I tell people I'm a gallery artist. I make sound, I record sounds, I process sound, but it's primarily for gallery exhibitions. Maybe for fun, I'll bring back the trains. During the life of the World Trade Center, there was an artist residency program called Worldviews, and that was started after the first terrorist activity meant that there was a good deal of the building that was suddenly vacated. Really, my goal was to bring the sound that was outside the building inside. The main recording that people have heard is called Winds After Hurricane Floyd. There was a hurricane in 1999, and no one could get into the building, but right after the public was allowed back in and people who worked in the building were allowed back in, I put the microphones up and you could hear the building creaking and cracking like an old wooden ship. Sometimes it's a way in to understand what it is that I do. When I say I listen, I record spaces, I listen to buildings, it doesn't click, and then I play that piece and people go, ah, that's something that I never could have heard without you. So this instrument I'm so excited to have, and it's called a glass marimba, and I'll probably record it and mix it with electronics, but it cuts through in such a nice way that I can have this buzz of electronics and occasionally a little melody. There's just an experience that I have that when I hear something with depth or quality or with presence, really strikes me in a way that my eyes don't have the equivalent. And I've never felt I had a particular gift in terms of looking at the world, but as soon as I started focusing on using my ears or even thought about the music I've liked and why I've liked it, there's always some kind of quality of sound that drew me in. Oh, that's nice. I also like when things happen and I don't know why they're happening, but just figure I'll keep them. There's very few sounds that I don't like. I hate the sound of angry squirrels. I hate the sound of my wife's old iMac computer that would buzz right at a level that would sometimes bring on migraines. I was doing this once for a while, and my wife and daughter thought there was a helicopter over the house, and finally realized that I was actually shaking the walls without thinking about it too much, but I think I was making everything in the kitchen sort of vibrate. It really is about one's own specific appreciation, whether it's a perfectly played note on a cello or a perfectly pitched bird in your tree who's singing you through the night, and a lot has to do then too with our own selves and what we're receptive to and what we find interesting.